Blessings, everyone. Today I would like to share, this is the Spirit Animal Oracle. And I love this deck because the artwork is just beautiful and it embodies the energy of all the spirit animals. Today when I was out walking, just a small walk around the local lake that we have, it's absolutely beautiful. There was so much waterfowl and we had the cormorants. There was geese, ducks, seagulls. There was even a hawk today, crows. And there was so much beautiful wisdom and medicine from these winged ones today. And the symbiosis, how they work together with the lake, with the water, was just a lot of beautiful energy. And I learned a lot today, and I was so grateful. And so Spirit said to pull an animal oracle deck to help bring a collective message. So first I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be a medium of light. And I ask all creatures, great and small in spirit, would you please step forward and help bring a message for our highest good? Thank you. I'm so grateful. And what I do is I shuffle the cards 3 times, and I explain this in most videos, in case anyone is new to watching the videos. Is the first shuffle I do to move the energy and alignment of Source. The second shuffle I do to align the energy of higher self and spirit. And then the third I do to align the energy of soul, which is that beautiful, expressive part of us from our higher self through Source that tells our story here. And then what I do is I simply just move the cards around. Sometimes it'll fall out or it'll rise up and Spirit will say, take that one. And that's kind of how I work it. They'll always tell me which one they want. And they're saying, take this one. So this has come up in the deck. And this is Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. And as the energy is pulling forward, there's also many ancestors that are allowing me to work with them today. And they are saying that Vulture Spirit is the peace eagle of the ground. And it's beautiful because we have lots and lots of turkey vultures where I'm from. And some people see them as just scavengers, or that they're not the most beautiful, physically beautiful creature. But they are very graceful in the sky. They're reminding me that as these beautiful turkey vultures are soaring in the sky, they turn the tips of their wings up. And they're navigating the thermals. They're soaring like all of the winged ones, the birds of prey. Their eyesight is very keen. And these creatures are reminding us that there is a grace in what they are doing here. We all have a small piece of this puzzle. And there is not one creature living that doesn't have a purpose. And if we listen to the medicine they bring, we can honor this and learn so much. And this beautiful turkey vulture teaches us the old saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that we're not to judge. And what do? Anything that has crossed over or was another prey that's left, whether it's in a field, on the side of the road, if there's been an accident, unfortunately, and we've lost one of our little creatures, they swoop down from the sky in their beautiful grace with their turned up wings and feast. They never kill. These creatures cause no harm. They simply wait patiently for the chance to feast when everyone else has had their place first. They are a selfish creature that understands that a good meal is worth waiting for. So one of the beautiful teachings of the Vulture is be patient and know with our skill and our determination, we will find a way. The turkey vulture knows that eventually there will be a life that is no longer here in this world, and the physical carcass is left behind. And like a mushroom, they rejuvenate what is gone. We don't have to take others down so that we may be successful. If we learn from the turkey vulture, we are not harming so that we may become on top. They're saying that we can rely on our intuition, on our skill, on our open, loving heart to be resourceful and get to where we need to be. When we need to nourish ourselves, we find a way to create food. When we need abundance, we need to pay bills. We work. This is what the turkey vulture brings through with some of its medicine. Is before we decide to put others down so that we may feel that we're glorified, remember, the people that we meet on the way up are the same people that we will see on the way down. So many of these sayings are true, even though they're cliche. That's what makes them true, and Spirit is laughing. Sometimes we don't want to hear the cliche sayings, but it's just a gentle reminder. And also, turkey vulture teaches us what is beauty really. What is the one thing that the turkey vulture has that man has been longing for? To fly. Yes, some people feel when they look at this beautiful creature that it's odd. It looks strange. It's not as graceful looking as the other birds. There's kind of a morose look to it, one might say. But oh, when it flies, it's graceful. It can soar to heights that we only dream of, maybe in the astral realms. So it teaches us that perhaps we have to realign and reconsider the physical. What is beautiful? That there's always something that we all have that if others step back would say, I wish I could sing like someone they're admiring, or I wish I could create a piece of artwork like they do, or I wish I had the physical dexterity to run fast like someone they know. If we understand what beauty is, it's when we see that spark of light in another, when we recognize the grace, when we recognize the abilities and the open heart. Yes, there is physical beauty. All of us have some form of attribute of that. But what Vulture teaches us is that maybe what we didn't see at first as beautiful, once we start to recognize the beauty that is emanating Maybe someone has a wonderful sense of humor and they make us laugh. Or maybe someone was very gentle with an animal and we notice how caring they are. Or maybe there was somebody that we talk to and we say to ourselves, my goodness, they have the patience of a saint. That sometimes what seems on the outside can change once we allow ourselves to connect and understand someone. That when we sit back and we're watching the turkey vulture soaring with its turned up beautiful wings, sometimes we can't see the head of the turkey vulture, but we see the grace and we see the dexterity. And then as we watched him feasting, we understand truly that here's an animal that did not have to harm another, did not have to kill another, so that it may have abundance, so that it may feast, so that it may be well off. And that's a big, powerful lesson that Spirit is bringing through for all of us. It's okay to have healthy competition. I mean, playing sports, one of the most competitive things that we could do. It can encourage each other to be the best version that we want to be of ourselves. Raise the bar a little bit. But it should never be in that space where we've made someone feel really sad or withdrawn within themselves, that we've knocked someone deceitfully out of the loop so that we may get that job that we wanted, or that raise in the company, or we want to have that desk by the window, so we undermine or underhand someone. No. Another thing the turkey vulture teaches us along this lines of medicine is that we don't have to get on the internet and start making fun of people in videos. We see someone who is at the gym that's overweight and we start mocking them, and so we can get a bunch of likes on the internet. The turkey vulture isn't out belittling other birds. It's not attacking other winged ones so that it may feast on the carcass. No. It understands that when the creatures that have killed to feast and feed their families are finished, that it would have plenty to share. We don't have to step aside all the time and just allow others to surpass us. If we've studied hard in school and we want to be the leader of the company, we work our way up. If we have an idea for an invention, we have to start with a rough draft. All of these things apply to this beautiful creature because it understands that it's not belittling itself because it waits to eat from the leftover carcass. We're not belittling ourselves if we're not fighting our way to the top by taking others down or knocking others out of the game. The way we find our space is by being the best version of ourselves and trusting our abilities and allowing others to do the same alongside of us. No, there's not room at the top for everyone. But not everyone can stay at the top forever. So when it's our time to step aside and let another have a turn, we're not doing it angry. We're not fighting. We're recognizing that everything has its place. And as we work together, we create a larger success. They're saying for the whole. As we do the shadow work, we're creating that space for the whole to learn. And Turkey Vulture teaches us that we don't have to base our success on who we've outshined, but we can base our success on how well we've outshined the previous version of ourselves. And they're pulling their energy back. That is a powerful message. And I feel like that was something I really needed to hear today. And it's such an honor to be able to share this with others, because I always want to say when I'm doing these videos that I am learning as I'm hearing them. They have given me the grace and the blessing to share what I am being taught in this moment with others, because many times over I have learned from others when I'm watching videos, reading books, speaking to others on the street. There's always something that I've walked away with, and I'm always grateful for that. And the animal medicine in that stillness when we're sitting with them teaches us so much about existence here. Thank you everyone for allowing me to share this with you. Much love and many beautiful blessings.